Looks like Robinhood has launched their brand new product. They are bringing 24/7 trading into the stock market, which I don't think is a terrible idea. I do think that this is something that's probably going to happen and be rolled out. People are looking at the crypto market that trades 24/7 and seeing how that operates and probably bringing some of that to the traditional markets, as well as Robinhood. Love them or hate them, they do innovate the stock market investing kind of place. They were the first one to really offer free trading and free kind of buying and selling of shares. So they kind of went off with that. They got pretty popular off of that with a younger crowd. And then the other kind of more mature companies in this space ended up having to copy them to compete. And now you don't see anyone really charging for trading. They don't charge you like it was like $5 or $10 before just to buy and sell. Now that doesn't exist. So that is something Robinhood literally single-handedly changed on their own. So it wouldn't surprise me to see Robinhood lead this, be the one to come out with 24/7 trading, and then eventually the other companies catch on and just kind of have to do it out of competition for the industry. That is something that I could definitely see playing out. But this is their kind of announcement here. Someone announcing it saying Robinhood has enabled 24-hour trading in their Apple app today. It's now live. And even in Robinhood's own things, it's rolling out. So it's not for everyone yet, but it's coming out. And it's not for every stock that they have. We'll see the list of stocks that is on there. But right now, they've got to ask the question too, though, because even though I think this is going to come, 24/7 trading is going to be something that everyone has to pick up. And at some point, we'll have the stock market going 24/7, just like crypto markets do. But you got to see for the boomers in this industry, they probably aren't too fond of this. They're not going to be so excited and jumping for joy at this because I feel like they don't want to have the stress of looking at their investments 24/7. They're used to having at 5 o'clock. They don't have to worry too much anymore. Weekends, everything's closed. Holidays are off. They're like the easy life. But I think we're going to move on from that and go into 24/7. Maybe it doesn't trade on holidays or something still, but it's going to be upgraded in that kind of fashion. You can see this right here is Robinhood's 24-hour market. Right here, it has 43 items, so that should mean they have 43 stocks and ETFs that you could buy 24 hours a day. There's some limitations that they have on this stuff, but if you scroll down, you can see all of these different types of things. It's a bunch of ETFs and Coinbase is on here, Rivian, there's Neo even. So there's a bunch of weird things. There's like big techs in here. The big indexes are in here. And then you got weird stocks like this that are in here too. So it's kind of all over the place. Even Carvana, aren't they going bankrupt? But it's kind of all over the place. But it's a good start, I guess. And we'll be able to see how this plays out. And the biggest question I had for this when I opened Robinhood and saw a pop-up that said 24/7 trading going on now is where's the liquidity coming from, right? Because if Robinhood's the only one doing this, then they're the only ones that can provide the liquidity, right? So shouldn't the swings be drastic in this time or high volatility because it's going to be low liquidity? And that could be the case. They have some rules that they have here. They have this page that they put out kind of talking about the 24-hour market, labeling kind of everything that goes on with it. And obviously, they're talking about markets are closed 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, and this stuff. So their new 24 thing, not actually 24/7, because I think this is still the weekends off. You see, it says 5 days a week here. And even if you read it, it says the Robinhood 24-hour market is available from Sunday at 8 p.m. through Friday at 8 p.m. So it's not Saturday or Sunday during the day. So it's still no weekends. So it's probably still no holidays too at that point. But at least I guess this is a start in this direction. And this is going to be something that's probably rolling out at the other apps. Maybe Webull will roll this out first. They're kind of on par with Robinhood, I feel like. And then the more mature, bigger ones will roll this out later. But there's maybe see how this goes. And if this fails on Robinhood, then they don't have to roll it out. If it succeeds, then they'll end up doing that. And if we scroll down here, you can see them saying how you do this. So it's a little bit different than if you wanted to just swipe up and buy an Apple share during normal hours and stuff. So this right here, if you wanted to place an order, you can only trade whole share limit orders of the assets that are included in their 24-hour market. So there's already some restrictions there. Obviously, you can only do the ones that are 24 hours right now, and you can only do whole shares, no fractional shares, which is a big thing I feel like for a lot of people on Robinhood, of just not worrying about buying whole shares, just putting in money and not caring if it's a whole share or not. But not with 24 hours. You're not doing the fractional share thing, and then limit orders, so no swipe up market orders, which makes sense because there really isn't a market. There's no people really doing that. So you got to do limit orders so they can find everything. Then they go through the steps here, pick your stock, trade, trade it or whatever, and you have to do the limit order. Then you can pick the 24-hour thing. And 24-hour markets are what they said before, Sunday at 8 p.m. to Friday at 8 p.m. So not 24/7, but I guess close enough to it, right? I guess you still get your weekends off to not worry about your stocks fluctuating in price. But it's honestly not too crazy. The charts are a little different. They get a little bit of a change. You have 1 day, 1 week, continue to show active market data. But the way you're going to be able to tell if it's this 24-hour trading thing is pretty easy. You can just do this right here, which is going to be them changing the colors a little bit. So this, obviously Robinhood, this green, or it would be red, is normal hours stuff. This usually would say after hours if it's here, but now I guess overnight is the 24-hour thing. And it's kind of got this gradient color going on with it. So that's how you'll know if it's after, well, I guess 24-hour market, because it's different than the after hours. It's later than after hours. So maybe it gets a little confusing. I don't know. But this is basically the way you're going to be able to do it, is look at the gradient coloring and see what's going on with the stock. And obviously they have their frequently asked questions. Nothing really crazy in this stuff, but I do think that this is kind of funny and maybe does give people an advantage on Robinhood to be able to actually do this. Saying trading your favorite stocks and ETFs during extended or overnight hours can help you take action in response to breaking news and get a jump start on a potential market opportunities when regular markets are closed. So that sounds like a good thing, right? I mean, obviously, if some bad news or good news comes out about Apple at 7 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and you're able to go on Robinhood and buy or sell the stock, depending on if you think the news is great or bad, then you could take advantage of this, and maybe there's some arbitrage there, or maybe there's a slight advantage there, which might bring more people to Robinhood, which would kind of be funny. But also, I guess this could work in the opposite, where you don't actually have the advantage. Maybe you get taken advantage of, right? Maybe this bad news or good or something you say is supposed to be good news. Robinhood users go in and buy a stock heavy in these overnight hours, and then in the next day, the big markets and guys are dumping those stocks and you actually get wrecked. So it could work both ways. Obviously, Robinhood is not the sophisticated, most amazing investors on the planet. It's usually the Wall Street bets type crowd and people just kind of throwing money in and kind of having fun with the stock market. So I could see it going both ways. It's either going to benefit someone if you can actually get ahead of these moves, or it could really wreck you if you get ahead and you pick wrong. So, it goes both ways. There's no real middle ground, because it's not like you can have good news and, not do something. It's going to be interesting to see it all play out. This 24/7, well, 24/5, I guess, because weekend is still off market. I do think that this is going to be played out. People are going to probably enjoy this a little bit more, because a lot of traders that I'm assuming are probably on Robinhood are probably trading the crypto markets, or trying to, probably losing money over there, but they're used to the 24/7 thing, and you bring that to Robinhood, I think it'll be a bigger success. I think they'll roll more stuff out, and I think eventually, a few years down the line, the other big mature investment and trading firms, all this, are going to copy Robinhood yet again with this new feature, and everyone is going to have 24-hour trading. It's going to become a market standard. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.